Happy Christmas, people. It's day 21 of the Christmas Cheer 2024 Simply Stated Advent Calendar. Let's get this done. Day 21. I'm guessing that we've got a project ahead of us. I'm just guessing. Okay. 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Yes. Yes, we have a special fold card. Awesome. Make that two 8.5 by 11s. Instructions for this special fold card. 2 pages of instructions. 2 6 by 6s. Oh, this is a new paper. Red polka dot. Nice. And some ephemera, of course, to put on our card. Let's see what's in here. Okay, a banner, a season's greeting sentiment, a lovely Christmas tree, journal spot or date spot, Santa with his cute reindeer. That reindeer looks like he's getting a neck scratch. A beautiful wreath. A tag. And Santa in front of the fireplace. And look how big that is. It's the size of my hand. That is 6 inches by 4.5. That's big and beautiful. All right, let me go get my desk cleared off and let's jump into this card. Okay, let's get into making this card. So I took an 8.5 by 11 and I trimmed it down to 6 by 11. And now we're going to fold it in half for the card base. Now I noticed that my 8.5 by 11 wasn't actually 11, believe it or not. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It was just like a hair under. So I'm going to try and split that difference between where my track would go and the 11 there, and 5.5 would make it square. I'm just going to get that pinched so it'll lay nice and flat for me. So we're going this way, top right corner to the bottom left. That's how we're scoring it, right there. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is on this track, where is my cutting track, I'm going to make sure that my score is here in the track, and the top corner is in the track. And it's going to take some adjusting to get it right down the center. I think that looks pretty good. And that should go this way. Okay, I need to get these separated. Okay. And she wants us to trim these down to 5 1/4 wide by 5 3/4 tall. She's got her pattern oriented this way. And we want that way to be 5 3/4 tall. 5 3/4 tall. So 5 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, which fits perfectly there. Now she wants us to split that from corner to corner. Okay. I think to go corner to corner, I'd prefer my guillotine cutter, so I'm going to do that and be back. Add your pattern triangles as seen. Okay. I want to distress that, so I'm going to get my ink. Just going to do that over the garbage can here. This, you see this fuzzy? Now, I have not cut very much with that, and yet it's fuzzy already. And I don't understand why. I bet you I've cut less than a dozen pieces of paper with that cutter. This is why I actually prefer the guillotine cutter for cutting my paper. I think it's just a smoother cut. Okay. I'm just going to distress this over the garbage can so that I don't have to worry about the little flecks getting everywhere. I just like to do a pre-fit so I know where I'm going here. Add your tab to the top of your tag. All right, I think actually what I want to do first, I'm going to cut this one down so that I can get it glued on the inside. Let me get that done, and we are supposed to cut this red one down to the same size, 5 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, I'm going to distress that, and then we're going to put that on the inside here. I'm using Distress ink black soot for my distressing. I would do it on camera, but then I have to worry about the flecks getting everywhere, and we're working on a white card base, and I don't want to have black flecks flying everywhere from the foam. This is just white glue that I have in the wider nozzle bottle that came with my glue press. I just have a regular white glue in there. And then I use our glitter glue in my glue press thin nozzle. Okay, there we go. Now I got a square. That is down and in, and now we need to fix the ephemera. Now I don't distress this, but I am going to distress the tag. and the banner, so I'll get those out and do those first. I'm just going to go ahead and do the distressing on camera here because I can put this white piece of paper under now. Now we're going to add our guy onto there. She doesn't say exactly how tall to leave it, so I'm just guessing here. I left it about a ½ inch above. So I'd like to do something a little bit different because we see this pattern everywhere. I'm going to do a diffusion. I'm going to take one of our glassine envelopes here, and I want it to be big enough to go around this guy. So let me just cut this open. Okay, so I just sliced the side off of the envelope so I could open it up big. And I need this piece to be at least as big as this wreath. But here's what I want to do. So for my purposes, this 1/2 will do it, and I can go in between these two posts. So I'm just going to cut this piece off. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Sprinkle it up in all different directions so we get a really good kind of frosted ice on glass look. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to cut it so it fits right around there. So I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to, on the outside, mark where the outside hits, and you want to hold it down while you do that because you do not want to touch the white tag or you'll leave black marks everywhere. Now I know I have to cut within that line, so I'm just going to use my scissors and do just that. So I'm going to try and go about 1/8 of an inch on the inside. Okay. I can see about where. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to go around the inside of that wreath. I think that'll work just fine. Okay, I'm going to lay that down flat, and I'm going to get a weight for it. Okay, I'm going to give that some time to dry, and then I'll come back and cut off all of the extra excesses. All right, on the inside of the card, we're supposed to put this Santa, which we're going to have to trim some, obviously. And we need to put Season's Greetings. And we need to put this guy here. Now, the only thing is I like to have a spot to write a message to my recipients. So I'm going to want to, because I wouldn't write it in there because the whole point is for it to sit this way. So I think what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to trim the fireplace down here, a little off of the fireplace and a smidge off the tree. And then I'm going to cut a white piece to go here to make my message. I'm just going to trim against those presents. And if I come up against the white around the fireplace, nobody will even realize that I was trimming. Unless, of course, they watch this video. Okay, that's going to work fine there. And I'm just going to go a smidge off this longest branch here. There we go. Then this guy is going to go here, and this guy here. Now we're going to put a little pop under this guy, so he sits just a smidge high, so he'll catch this when it sits up. Okay, now I want to get my white piece to put in there, so I'm just going to get some white cardstock. Now she did send two 8.5 by 11, so I think I can just trim a piece off of here. I'm going to do 4.5 by 4.5 square. Okay, this is 4.5 by 4.5 square. Okay, there we go. Now I have a place to put my message. I'm going to put Santa right there. I'm only going to go about halfway up in case I want to tuck something in there, a gift card or something like that. There. That way I can tuck something in under here if I want. Then we need some foam for the back of that. So I'm going to leave a wide open spot here so I can manipulate that under where I want it to go. Now I can write a message, I can stick a gift card in there, and this is going to stand open like that. I should be able to go back and play around with my wreath now. And I'm just going to slip my scissors in underneath the edge here. Nothing sticking out there now. Okay, great. Now, she wants this guy. She doesn't tell you exactly where to put it in, but from the looks of things, I'm guessing somewhere right about there. So the easiest way for me to do something like this is to fold that, hold it in place where I'm going to let it live, about there. And then I'm just going to grab a pencil and I'm just going to make a mark. So I know that my glue has to stay below this line. Now I can just take my eraser, erase that pencil mark, just in case I don't get it back in the exact right spot. There we go. Okay, so can't see the pencil lines, and I've squared it to the bottom here. Okay, now we're going to put this wreath on. I don't have anything overhanging. No, nothing is going to overhang that. So I can put glue all over that. Yeah, I kind of thought a little icy, frosty look there would be nice since we have a lot of the same pattern all over the card. Now, we can pop things up here because we don't have to worry about the popping interfering with anything. There we go. And that completes the card. So that's how it sits. This is how it'll arrive to your recipient. We're going to open it up and sit it like that. I would put here, love from Greg and Melita, and I can put my message here or a gift card or whatever I would like. Well, that was an awfully good time. You know me though, I need to add some stickles. I'm going to do that here. I like to put some stickles where the berries are. I love Christmas because I can be uber generous with all my stickles. Put a little on this present. And of course we need some red berries on the tree. And we'll add some where we want some. Okay. I love the Stardust stickles to make Santa his pom-pom sparkle. And I think we'll maybe make a sparkly cap on the reindeer and on the yoke around his neck. And what Christmas tree doesn't have a gold star? Now there's no star there, but we're just going to make one of our own. There we go. Well, I like it a lot. I think it's a very darling card. And I think once the front dries, I might even put some stickles inside here as well. Okay, everyone. Well, that was our day 21, I think. Let me look. Yes. Day 21. That looks like a awesome day 21 to me. I hope you had a great time crafting with me today, and I can't wait to see you for day 22. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at MelittasMakin@gmail.com. You can also stop at my blog, which is MelittasMakin.blogspot.com. Or you can see me over on Instagram at MelittasMakin. I hope you have a wonderfully crafty day. We'll see you soon. La, 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 la.